We're learning more about a shooting involving two members of a family and a Jacksonville police officer. We're told it started around 2 a.m. when an uncle shot and wounded his nephew during a confrontation.
When police tried to arrest the uncle, they say he opened fire on them and an officer returned fire, wounding the suspect. No police officer was injured. The scene was a residence on Berry Drive West near Edgewood Avenue and Diamond Street. Channel 4's Marcus White has been following the investigation throughout the day and is joining us now live from the sheriff's office. Marcus, the two men who were wounded, how are they doing?
Well, Tom, this report that was released by police really does explain a lot about what investigators say happened. And in this report, we are learning that both of those victims were in non-life-threatening condition there. And we're also learning about what happened with Officer J.P. Welch earlier this morning. They say that he asked a suspect to drop his weapon, and he didn't. So they say that they were forced to open fire. Our cameras were there as 32-year-old Reginald Mixon Jr. returned to the place where police say that he was shot by his uncle early this morning. Reginald Mixon told police if his father didn't push him out of the way, his uncle would have killed him. Is everybody doing okay? Can you tell us what happened? You can still see Mixon had his medical bands on around 11 this morning. No one at the home wanted to speak with us about what happened. Ivan Rivers lives in the area. He says police asked him what he heard this morning.
Yes, it's very scary. You didn't want to peep out of the window. We wouldn't want to do anything.
Police say it all started with a confrontation between Larry Mixon and his nephew, and then he shot his nephew. Officer J.P. Welch and another officer arrived on scene and asked him to drop his weapon, but he didn't and started shooting at the officer. Welch returned fire, hitting Larry Mixon in the leg.
We're trained to fire until we eliminate the threat. And if you fire and the threat's not eliminated, you're going to keep firing until that happens.
As people outside of the home where the shooting happened appeared to be cleaning up the mess, investigators were going in and outside of the home trying to piece together exactly what happened.
The officer fired a total of 14 shots. The first time he fired 9, and the second time fired 5.
Police say they recovered this .38 caliber revolver from the scene with 3 live rounds and 2 spent cases. Larry Mixon has been charged with aggravated battery, and investigators say attempted murder of a law enforcement officer charges will come at a later date. As the police investigation continues, people who live around here are just hoping that there'll be no more early morning shootings in their neighborhood.
This is a neighborhood of retired people. Mostly, and you know, that's what we're scared of, you know, because there's just retired people around.
Police say everyone involved in the shooting lived at this home, and they believe that neighbors weren't in any danger. Investigators also say that this is the first shooting incident that Officer J.P. Welch was involved in. He's been placed on administrative leave, which is standard in a situation like this. Reporting live, Marcus White, Channel 4, the local station.
Marcus, the suspect, Larry Mixon, does he have a criminal record?
Well, Tom, we did do some digging, and we found out that back in 1996 and 1998, he was arrested for battery. He's also been arrested for aggravated assault, and he has a long list of drug charges against him.
Thank you, Marcus. Marcus White reporting to us live from downtown.